Check this article out here. It's from Enquirer.com. 23 reasons why you will always be poor. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna just do a few of these. You can check out the article yourself. And that, once again, that's on the Enquirer.com. I will link this in the description box. And here's number one. I'm just do a few of these. Number one, you're stuck in a debt trap. When you're poor, it's easy to get stuck in a debt trap because you're desperate, said Kristen Wong of Brokerpedia. Oh, that's a website. Whether it's a payday loan, debt settlement scam, or even using a credit card for an emergency, it's easy to make rash decisions when you're stressed, and these decisions usually keep people broke. And it's a backlink to why you need to start treating your debt like an emergency. Okay, number two, you are ignoring big debts. When you're broke, stack of bills and overdue notices are a huge source of anxiety and dread, but avoiding these problems and failing to manage your debt only makes them worse. And it goes into student loan debt. It says a lot of young adults are burdened by student loan and other debt, yet they don't realize there are a lot of options out there for them. For example, the student loans are tons of programs that can help with lower payments and even forgiveness, but you have to take positive action and seek these programs. Number three, you feel powerless. When you're poor or in the middle of a financial hardship, it can make you feel powerless to do anything to change it. But giving in those feelings of helplessness will only hurt you. By getting accurate, unbiased knowledge and advice, people can feel empowered and confident in a personal financial decisions. They can then take steps to make a better financial future. Number five, you don't pay yourself first. Oh, this is a juicy one. The number one reason people end up poor is because they don't pay themselves first. Paying yourself first means putting a portion of each paycheck into a savings account before divvying up the rest to cover expenses. The number two cause is paying with credit. Number six, you put today's happiness before future financial needs. That's a big one. That is a huge one. I've done that. I'm putting going out over things that I need to pay over saving that money. I'm wanting to go out because it's fun. So you're so worried about having fun so much to where you are neglecting bills that need to be paid. I'm gonna get in that one. Okay, poverty is often generational. According to Luke Lands, a speaker of personal finance writer at Consumerism Commentary. You might be poor simply because your family always has been, which is one of the hardest environments for making progress. People who should be in good financial shape may not be, often because the decisions they make aren't aligned with their future financial needs. Making conscious decisions that require some thought about the future isn't as satisfying in a moment as choosing something they will proceed to have an immediate positive effect on happiness. Number seven, you lack an emergency fund. Jeff Rose, founder of thegoodfinancialsense.com, lists his top 4 biggest ways people hurt themselves financially. Number one, not knowing how much debt they really have and how much interest they are paying. Number two, not having enough cash and savings in emergency funds. Number three, not recognizing they need to save for retirement. Number four, being oblivious to what is going on with their credit history. That's as simple as requesting a free credit report and making sure all your information is correct. That credit report is free. I think a lot of this boils down to not being willing to do the work, wanting instant gratification. Okay, number 8. You're not making savings a priority. It says, in my own life, I saw the biggest financial stagnation when I wasn't paying myself first, even when I had a nice paying job, said personal finance expert Philip Taylor of PT Money. When you get paid, make sure you are saving those few dollars for your future. Do it automatically, pay each pay period, and you're more likely to stick with it. He said you get ahead financially by making the savings a priority. Yes, take some of that money. You know, you have a 401k. Try to max it out as soon as possible. And also, I have an app on my phone that's pretty good called Acorns. You can set it to take how much you want out each week. You can do $10 a week, $20 a week, whatever you want to do. Out of sight, out of mind. Number 9, you don't course correct your finances. There's almost always a cheaper or better way of doing something, but you have to get into the habit of questioning and challenging your current way of going about it. Use your creativity and critical thinking skills to find and implement most cost-effective alternatives, whether it is renegotiating your insurance rates, switching banks, or planning your next vacation. Yeah, spare the moment stuff will get you in trouble financially. Number 10, I think I'm going to do 10 and 11, that'll be it. Number 10, you're spending too much on housing. It might be time to consider moving to a smaller place. Spending too much money on rent or mortgage is the biggest reason people struggle financially, said Anthony White, CEO of Student Loan Hero. After living in New York City for a few years, I met dozens of young people who are house poor. Yeah, I heard that term. That term is growing. I've been hearing it a lot lately. These were people who made above average incomes but end up spending too much on rent. He said, as a rule of thumb, you should try to keep housing costs under 20% of your income as opposed to the 28% to 30% limit that most banks allow. So you keep it under 20%, which is less than a quarter of your monthly income. That way you pretty much, say you get paid 4 times a month. So one paycheck out of your month should be enough to cover where you live at. Then you have 3 paychecks to go off of, or if you can split it up better. It's just more money for your pockets. And I'm going to do number 11, and I'm out of here. Number 11, you don't have a money plan. The biggest reason people stay poor, according to the L. Martinez of Couple Money, is not having a plan for their money. It is easy to hope that there is money left over at the end of the month, but many times our behavior gets in the way, she says. To curb behavior and work against bad spending habits, she suggested automating bills, saving and investing as soon as paychecks come in. It'll cushion the blow when emergencies pop up and you have something for retirement. Oh, I gotta do this next one. I might end up doing all of them. Number 12, you don't know where your money is going. Donna Freeman, a personal finance expert and writer, said the biggest thing she sees keeping people in a paycheck-to-paycheck cycle is not having a budget. Yes, the big cuss word that people don't like, the big B word, budget. If you don't know where your money is currently going, you can't turn it in the direction you prefer would do the most good. Whether it's saving up for emergency funds, staying in current or rent or mortgage payments, working towards retirement savings, or even paying for a vacation in cash. I gotta read the rest of these out. I'm just gonna read the title of 13 through 23, and you can go to this article and check it out. Number 13, you don't separate wants for needs. Number 14, you have no degrees or training. Number 15, you're investing in stuff instead of yourself. Number 16, you're trying to get rich quick. Number 17, you don't stick to a budget. 18, you're always one step behind your bank account. 19, you buy depreciating assets. 20, you're unwilling to sacrifice. 21, you're trying to have it all. 22, you're paying too much for your cell phone. 23, you spend more money than you make. And that is it. And here is a backlink on here how Dave Ramsey helped this family pay down $110,000 in debt. Check out Dave Ramsey and go through the training. I'm all about people being in control of their money. But that was pretty much 23 reasons why you will always be poor, according to theinquirer.com. I will link this article in the description. You can check it out and read it for yourself. Let me know what you guys think. Like, share, subscribe, support the channel. Peace.